Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC and why I don't think it is over for AMC stock and why I think people should still hold AMC. Before I start the video, guys, I just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It is just my personal opinion and for educational purposes only. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So today we're going to be talking about AMC, down about 1.76% in the pre-market. Looking at the 1 week chart, down about 10.63%. And looking at the 1 month chart, it is down by 32.29%. And looking at the 3 month chart, still up 243.87%, which is pretty good compared to a lot of how a lot of stocks have been actually doing. A lot of stocks really haven't been doing too well. We see, like, obviously there's a market crash in China right now. You know, big tech is posting them earnings, but you know, nonetheless, the market is very kind of in an uncertain place. And looking at the 1 year chart, AMC up 867.79%. A lot of people kind of been asking, you know, what's been going on with AMC? Why has AMC stock been crashing? You know, what should you do with AMC? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you guys why I don't think it is over for AMC stock and why we've actually been here before. So for recap, go back to the 1 year chart we see here on January 27th of 2021. You know, we kind of went through a similar situation where AMC kind of had a big run up. You know, stock was trading around $2 to $3, went all the way up to about $22, $23. And then I remember all the brokerages kind of limited trading on the stock. And then we see the stock just kind of slowly fall down and then kind of consolidate over the next couple of months. We see here from February all the way to basically June 1st, you know, AMC stock really wasn't doing anything. It was just kind of trading sideways, kind of just would go up, down, and we are experiencing the same thing here. Like I said, if we take a look at the 1 month chart, aside it from being down 32.12%, we see here the low of July 14th, we're just kind of going through a sideways trading pattern. And the 1 week chart looks pretty similar. We're kind of just going through this sideways trading pattern. So what does this mean for AMC stock? Well, you know, there's a lot that's kind of going on with AMC. One, you know, you have to understand that the shorts have not covered their positions just yet, which is probably the biggest key factor on why a lot of people are still holding AMC stock and why the apes kind of have not given up, right? So, you know, we see that these big time hedge funds, everybody continues to short AMC stock, trying to push the stock down as much as possible so they can repay back their shares at a much lower price. We see that they are pushing the stock down a little bit, but it's probably not as much as the hedge funds actually want. With AMC, we definitely see, you know, it's currently still at $37.40, which is pretty good from its kind of $8, $9 range it was trading at earlier in the year. And we see that, you know, the sideways trading that's kind of been going on with AMC, it's not really taking too much of a big loss. It's not taking up too much of a big win either. But we definitely, like I said, we've been here before. And I do think that it is not over for AMC stock. And I don't think people holding AMC stock should sell just yet. Obviously, like I said, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. But we have seen this type of kind of movement before AMC actually made a huge run up. And like I said, I still do think that we are going to get a huge run up from AMC stock, and I still do think that it is going to go through a short squeeze, and I still do think that it is going to revisit the $70-$75 mark we saw in the beginning of June. Now, what's kind of been pushing down AMC stock? Well, there's kind of a huge mix of things. One, you know, we definitely see that the market overall has not really been doing too well. You know, we saw, you know, the last couple of days with big tech posting their earnings, people are generally getting nervous about the D strain as well. With AMC being such an entertainment stock in itself and it kind of being affected by COVID, you know, we definitely see why AMC probably did take a little bit of a hit from that. You know, the D strain running around, some places are requiring masks again. So this could play a determining factor on why AMC fell just a little bit over the last couple of months or over the last month. But we definitely see that, you know, people have not really given up on AMC stock. People still talk about AMC, and like I said, shorts have not covered their positions just yet, which is probably the biggest key factor here. Eventually, these people who are shorting the stock, they do have to pay back the shares no matter what the price is. You know, we see that they're taking advantage of the market. We see that they're taking advantage of kind of the chaos that's kind of been happening right now, you know, with earnings and COVID as well, just kind of like overall kind of putting a little bit of fear in the market. And we also do have basically earnings coming up for AMC, which could be a big turning point for this overall stock. And the reason I say this is usually stocks are affected by big time events, kind of like stuff like earnings. And if AMC is able to put up good earnings, this could be enough to actually push the stock in the upward direction. Like I said, we've been getting a lot of downward pressure from AMC. Like I said, there's still a lot of shorts who still do have to cover their positions, and we are expected to get AMC earnings, I believe, sometime next week on the 5th of August. So I'm going to be very excited to see how they actually do on their earnings. I am expecting good things from their earnings. Like I said, we've definitely seen a recovery. They've had a lot of good box office movies. They had like Black Widow, they had The Fast and the Furious. So this could be really good for earnings. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be profitable. I don't expect that from AMC at all. But what I do expect is for them to beat the expectations of Wall Street and what kind of people have kind of set aside. And like I said, people are taking advantage to go out now that COVID is kind of lessened just a little bit. We definitely see that, the roads are more filled, places are a lot more packed, and this is definitely going to impact the business side in a positive aspect. But I don't think it's over for AMC stock, and I still do think that AMC is going to go through a short squeeze. I still do think that there's still a lot of fear that's been driven in the people who are still shorting the stock, which is why you see a lot of like negative reviews about the stock, a lot of negative articles that are kind of being pushed out. This is so it makes people scared to actually sell the stock. But like I said, the apes are pretty resilient. We're pretty resilient. No one has really sold the stock just yet. People are still kind of just holding and waiting and to really see what's going to be happening with the overall stock. Like I said, I don't think it's over for AMC stock. I don't think people should sell. We have to understand that, there's still a lot of stuff that's kind of going on behind the scenes with AMC stock. And this is definitely going to be a huge, and I still do have the same price target for AMC stock. I still do think that AMC stock is going to go to $1,000 once it actually does go through a short squeeze. And I do still think that AMC is still going to go through a short squeeze. I don't think it's something that can be avoided. I still do think that it is something that we do have to go through. If we take a look at the 1-year chart, what we saw on June 2nd was not a short squeeze. That was just a bunch of big time kind of like traders and retail driving up the price of the stock. This has nothing to do with the overall squeeze. So the fact that we sit here, months later after, the stock had hit its all-time high and the stock actually has not squeezed it. It just kind of goes to ask the question, to be able to push the stock down, these shorts or the people with the hedge funds, who are shorting the stock have to continue adding to the short positions to be able to push the stock down. So what we see here is a good case of kind of like, the stock being pushed down, hedge funds continue to add to the short positions, but this is only going to make the squeeze bigger when we actually do get the stock to squeeze. Do I have a time frame on when the stock is going to squeeze? No, no one does. No one really knows. But a lot of people do know that it is going to happen, which is why you see nobody actually selling the stock in itself. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC. Do you guys still think AMC is going to go through a short squeeze? If you guys think AMC is going to go through a short squeeze, what is your overall price prediction on AMC stock? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.